Welcome students. Today we are going to study the simultaneous solution of simultaneous equations using matrices. So first we have to know about the simultaneous equations. The matrix of the coefficients of x, y, z is reduced into echelon form by elementary row transformations, and at the end of the row transformation the value of z is calculated from the last equation, and the value of y and the value of x are calculated by the backward substitutions. So there are two types of linear equation, consistent and inconsistent. If a system of equations is said to be consistent if they have one or more solution. The solution can be a unique solution or infinite number of solutions. Inconsistent, if a system of equations has no solution, then it is called an inconsistent system of equations. We have the examples for consistent and inconsistent equations. Now, how to check the consistency of a system of linear equations? Whether the system of equation are consistent or not consistent, we are going to study this system. So, if we consider the system of equations having n unknown and m equations. So, these are the equations a11 x1 plus a12 x2 plus up to so on a1n xn equals to b1. Likewise, we have a second equation a21 x1 a22 x2 up to so on a21 xn equals to b2. Similarly, the mth equation can be written am1 x1 am2 x2 up to so on amn xn equals to bm. So, if we write the above equations in a matrix expression, we can write this in this format. In the first matrix, we put the coefficients of x1, x2, x3 in the rows. The second matrix comprising the unknowns x1, x2 up to xm arranged in columns. The right hand side of the expression is written in a column matrix which are b1, b2 up to bm. This expression can be written in Ax equals to B. The left hand side matrix is A, this is X matrix and this is B matrix. Now, if we combine matrix A and B, this is a new matrix which is called the augmented matrix. This is the matrix called the augmented matrix. In this, we have combined the matrix A and matrix B. Now, for checking the consistency of the equation, we have to find the rank of the matrix C by the row transformations and then find the following conclusions. Let the system of equations has n unknowns and rank of A and rank of C are equal. In this case, if rank of A and rank of C is equal and is also equals to the number of unknowns which is n here, then we can call that the system of equations having unique solution. Also, if rank of A and rank of C are same, but this value is less than the number of unknowns, then we can call this the system of equation having infinite number of solutions. And if the rank of A and rank of C is not equal, then the system of equation will be inconsistent. So, we can understand these things by some examples. So, we have an example. Discuss the consistency of the following system of equations. The equations are given and if found consistent, solve it. So, first we have to form the augmented matrix which can contains the matrix A A matrix is the coefficient matrix and matrix B. B is the matrix containing the RHS of the equations. So we have the matrix C. Now we have to perform the elementary row transformation to convert the matrix C into echelon form. So for this, first we have to interchange row first and row second. So by this operation, we can check the elements of row 1 are 1, 5, 7, 15 and the elements of second row are 2, 3, 4, 11. Now the operation is R2 is replaced by R2 minus 2R1, R3 is replaced by R3 minus 3R1. By this operation, the elements of second row are 0, minus 7, minus 10, minus 19. The elements on third row are 0, minus 4, minus 8, minus 20. Now the next transformation is R2 is replaced by minus 1 by 7 R2, R3 is replaced by minus 1 by 4 R3. By this, the second row is changed by 0, 1, 10 by 7, 19 by 7 and the elements on the third row are 0, 1, 2, 5. As we can see that we have to change this one into 0. For this, we have to subtract R3 and R2. The operation is written like this, R3 is replaced by R3 minus R2. So we can see that the matrix C is reduced into the echelon form and we can check that the matrix A having rank 3, also the matrix C having rank 3. In the same manner, there are 3 unknowns, so we can check that the rank of C is same as rank of A and which is equals to the number of unknown 3. Hence, we can say that this system of equation is consistent, having unique solution. So, for getting the solution, we can write the matrix C in this form, which we have initiated. After solving, we can get the equations. First equation is x plus 5y plus 7z equals to 15. Second equation is y plus 10z upon 7 equals to 19 upon 7. Third equation is 4z upon 7 equals to 16 upon 7. So if we check the third equations, we can say that the value of z will be 4. And if we put the value of z in second equation, we can get the value of y. On putting the value of y and z in equation 1, we can get the value of x, y and z. Finally, we can get the values of x, y, z, x equals to 2, y equals to minus 3 and z equals to 4. Another example is, find the values of lambda and mu, the system of linear equation. There are 3 equations, has a unique solution, no solution and infinite number of solution. So first we have to make a matrix C and convert the matrix C into echelon form. Then we will discuss how can we get a unique solution, no solution and infinite number of solutions. So you can check the matrix C is given as follows. The elements of the first row are 1, 1, 1, 6. Elements of the second row are 1, 2, 5, 10. The elements on third row are 2, 3, lambda and mu. The matrix C is again consisting the elements of the coefficient matrix and the matrix written on the right hand side. So now we have to convert the matrix C into echelon form. So for this we have followed these transformations, like R2 is replaced by R2 minus R1, R3 is replaced by R3 minus 2R1. We get the elements on row 2 are 0, 1, 4, 4. The elements on third row are 0, 1, lambda minus 2, mu minus 12. Now we have to change this one, the element 3, 2 into 0. For this, simply we have to subtract the third row by the second row. The operation is written by R3 is replaced by R3 minus R2. Now the elements on the third row are 0, 0, lambda minus 6 and mu minus 16. Now, as you can check that the matrix C is converted into echelon form. Now we have to study how we can get a unique solution. So as we know, for unique solution, the rank of A, rank of C should be equals, and it should be equals to the number of unknowns, which are 3. So for getting rank equals to 3, this lambda minus 6 should not be 0, and for getting rank C equals to 3, this mu minus 16 also should not equals to 0. So if we check, lambda minus C 6 is not equals to 0, therefore lambda should not be equals to 6, mu minus 16 is not equals to 0, that is mu should not be equals to 16. For no solution, the rank A and rank C should not be equal. So if we say that rank of A can be 2 and rank of C can be 3. For this, getting rank of A equals to 2, this lambda minus 6 should be 0. As you check, the lambda minus 6 equals to 0, lambda equals to 6, and if we say that rank of C equals to 3, this mu minus 16 should not be equals to 0. So mu minus 16 is not equals to 0, mu is not equals to 16. If we talk about the infinite number of solutions, the rank of A and rank of C should be equal, and it should be less than the number of unknowns. Here we have the number of unknowns 3. So the rank of A and rank of C should be equals to 2. For getting rank of A 2, this lambda minus 6 should be 0, and for rank C equals to 2, this mu minus 16 also should be equals to 0. If we put lambda minus 6 equals to 0, lambda equals to 6. If we put mu minus 16 equals to 0, mu equals to 16. So in this way we can check the values of lambda and mu for unique solution, no solution and infinite solutions. Now come to the homogeneous equations. For a system of homogeneous linear equations, Ax equals to 0. So we can check that x equals to 0 is always a solution, and this solution in which each unknown has the value 0 is called the null solution or the trivial solution. Thus, a homogeneous system is always consistent. A system of homogeneous linear equation has either the trivial solution or an infinite number of solutions. So, if the rank of A equals to the number of unknowns, the system of equations has only the trivial solution. If the rank of A is less than the number of unknowns, the system has an infinite number of non-trivial solutions. So we can use this concept in finding the unknown values in the homogeneous equations. So we have a question: find the values of k such that the following system of equations has non-trivial solution. The equations are x plus ky plus 3z equals to 0, 4x plus 3y plus kz equals to 0, 2x plus y plus 2z equals to 0. So these equations are written in the form or matrix Ax equals to b. This is A, this is x, and this is b. If we combine the matrix A and matrix B, we can get the augmented matrix C. So we are having the matrix C. Now we have to convert this matrix C into echelon form for finding the rank of the matrix C. For this, first we change the first row and third row. So the elements of the first row are 2, 1, 2, 0. The elements of the third row are 1, k, 3, 0. Now we have to make this 4 and this 1 0. Now R2 is replaced by R2 minus 2R1 and R3 is replaced by R3 minus 1 by 2R1. So The elements on the second row are 0, 1, k minus 4, 0. The elements on the third row are 0, k minus 1 by 2, 2 and 0. And finally, we have to make this k minus 1 by 2 into 0. For this, the operation is R3 is replaced by R3 minus k minus 1 by 2 R2. By this operation, we can check the third row elements are 0, 0, 2 minus k minus 1 by 2 into k minus 4. So, if we talk about the non-trivial solution, the rank of A, the rank of C should be equals and it should be less than the number of unknowns. So, if we check the number of unknowns x, y, z, there are 3. So, we can say that the rank of A and rank of C should be equals to 2. For making the rank 2, this element, the element A33 must be 0. So, we have an expression 2 minus k minus 1 by 2, k minus 4 equals to 0. If we solve this equation, we can get a quadratic equation in k. On solving this equation, we can get the values of k. We have two values of k equals to 9 by 2 and k equals to 0. So, this is the end of the simultaneous equations. Thank you for today.